Common sense here. We're using
Yeah.
common sense. A
Correct.
hole in his hand means he's flesh and bones.
Right.
Then the Bible says that he sat down and he broke bread with the disciples. So, what spirit got a hole in their hand and eats bread? You see where I'm going with this?
Right.
It's
Correct.
nothing but common sense. So to say all that, it says in the Bible clearly verbatim that Jesus faked his death and lied to everybody, which means Christianity makes no fucking sense.
Now, Mike Ma, is this all the book of John?
Book of John, read it.
Okay,
Start
so
at
I
chapter
got
19 when they led him to the motherfucking, when they was finna nail him to the cross.
now I
Start
got
there.
it right here. It say Jesus said unto her, touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father, but go
Guess
to my
what?
brethren and say unto them,
What version are you reading? King James?
yeah.
Because she said in King James, she said, do not cling to me.
Okay,
Right?
hold on.
Because it says when Jesus came around the corner and said, Mama, why does thou weep? Because she was crying. He
Mhm.
said, why does thou weep? And she said, tell me where you took my son so I can see him. And when she looked up and she heard his voice, she didn't know it was Jesus till she saw him. So when she saw him, she went to hug him because she thought he was dead. She couldn't believe he was alive. So what did he tell her, Vita? Read it. What did it say? She said,
Okay.
do not cling to me. That's what
Okay,
he
wait.
said. You know
I got
why he said that? Because the day before, they just beat the shit out of him on the cross. He's sore. This is why he's telling her, don't grab me, because she excited. She ready to grab him. Oh, I can't. She said Rabboni, which means leader, master. Ain't that what it say?
yeah.
I'm sure that's what it said because I know my shit. But
Hey,
when she looked at him, she said, Rabboni. She's surprised, like, damn, I thought you was dead. She went to go hug him, and he pushed her back, like, do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. But go tell everybody else that I did. What is that? Is that not a
deception.
lie or what? Am I taking y'all to school or what, man?
I'm listening,
Hey,
man. I hear it. I'm not learning some new shit today. No lie.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man. I've read this shit numerous of times, bro. And so, um, I don't, I don't get into the religious battles with people because I just know that they just not there yet, you know. But if you take it serious and you read the show thyself approval, right, you're gonna
mm-hmm.
get it because the Bible says this, right, and this is one thing that I honestly believe. It says in the Bible, only by the truth shall you be set free.
Correct.
Right? Now,
Hmm.
most people look at this as saying, oh, the truth is learning about God. No, that's not it. From my perspective, I don't know what you gonna get. But from my perspective, after reading this book, the truth is once you find out that it's a finesse, you don't have this burden over your head like Jesus watching everything I'm do. God, why I can't do this? I can't smoke weed. I can't drink a drink. I can't cuss nobody else because Jesus watching. You don't feel like that no more. You feel free and in control of your own life because you know your good deeds are gonna speak for you. You don't got to worship no motherfucking and praise and do all this. Let your life speak for you.
But God said don't do that anyway. But let me ask you though, Jamal, I'm finna read what you said. That is the New King James. It said, Jesus said to her, do not cling to me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brethren and say to them, I am ascended to my Father and your Father, and to my God and your God. Like, how many gods is it? But anyway, let me ask. So when you talking about this part, how are you saying Jesus transgressed from the cross? Because I know it's allegory, like I get it, but the Christians believe it literal. So Jesus went from the cross to the tomb to back to over there with them. How you what are you saying how that happened?
Okay, so in that's why I said start at 19 so you'll understand where it's
Okay, I
coming
could go
from.
back. I was just going to that one
Okay,
verse when he
so
said, "Do not cling."
that's why I started off when he said he gave up the ghost, because we have to establish that he says he died first. We have to establish that. Okay,
Peter, which verse is that?
that's in
That one
John.
I'm
It
reading
started
was
in John
John 20.
19.
It was
I understand it's
that
starting
one,
on
Jamal, is
19.
John 20:17.
Yeah, The story about the faking the death and shit started is in 20. But I like to start people at 19 so they'll understand what's going on. So you
But
just
you,
don't be reading shit and just take my word for it. I want you to
but
start before that so you can get an idea of what you're reading and what's going on.
Yeah,
Because
what you
what's going
reading up?
on in 19 is they leading him to the
Crucify.
cross, they
Yeah.
crucifying him, they
Putting the
you know
thorns
they
on his head.
slashed him, they doing all this shit, and the Bible specifically says that Jesus bowed his head and gave up the ghost, which means he died. Okay?
mhm.
That's what I'm establishing. He
So,
died. So the next
I
day
don't
it
have that
said,
version of the Bible. I need to get that one. I don't have that one. I have the New World Translation.
yeah, you got to
But
get the King James. You got to get
what
the
you talking
original,
about?
you know?
27 verse John 2017, Phoebe?
I don't have King James. I have New World Translation.
Hey, so
Yeah,
so
it
can
still should say like do
It's,
not touch me, do not hold me, do whatever. It's like different
it's,
version.
it's
so
worded differently. That's why I asked you which
You know
scripture. I
why
mean,
it's worded different?
not
Because
the
I started
chapter,
reading the new ones too.
the
The reason
scripture.
why it's worded different is because people are catching on to the bullshit. So they got to reverb this motherfucker to make it make sense.
so
Because
so
the King James 1611 version is the original Bible.
Yeah, and
Okay,
that's
that's
different from
where it's
mine.
at. All these new NIVs and all this bullshit, those are refurbished brands that they've slowly fixing the mix-haps. Because when I read the NIV version and all that, it says something totally different from the 1611 version.
yeah.
It's not
so
even the same scriptures. So this lets me know that these motherfuckers are trying to clean up their act. Like
so
real
can
shit.
so can
How
can,
you get
can
the 1611 version? I've been trying to get my hands on that for the longest.
Well, I used to be a pastor. I went to Moody Bible
Okay,
downtown.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I went.
Moody Bible.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, hell yeah. I took this shit
so
serious. That's why I
so
got the Bible in Latin and Greek.
Okay
so
then. Okay, all right then.
hey,
Yeah.
The
So
so
I've been
original
trying to get
writings
that one.
before it was even translated to English. I got Rosetta Stone, and I had that motherfucker translate the Arab version, where it was written in Latin and then Arab, Hebrew. I'm sorry,
Hebrew.
Hebrew,
Hebrew, yeah,
Latin and
Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Latin and Hebrew. Yeah, hell yeah. I got knee deep. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I stand firm on the shit I talk about because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And any motherfucker that want to debate me when it comes to these words, they already lost. If you the reason why a lot of people believe that is because they haven't read it. There's no way you can
Yeah.
read this shit
Read it and
and still
believe in
because
Christianity. That's
because if
true.
you
That's
read it,
true.
if you read it, it makes God like I don't believe in that God in the Bible.
God.
I
I
believe in
swear
a
to
whole
God, I
nother
said
creator.
that. I said, I
That
don't
God in
believe
the
in a God
Bible,
that's a
that
pedophile.
motherfucker
Now.
is that God in the
He
Bible
a
is a
pedophile.
misogynist. He's a misogynist.
Pedophile,
He's a
kill
he's a
innocent people,
control freak. He's a jealous
jealous.
motherfucker. All
He
kinds of shit.
angry.
That's
I'm
not the
like,
motherfucker that I look up to. The motherfucker I
he's
look up to is
shiesty.
way greater than that. Way
Exactly. I'm
greater
like,
than that.
what the fuck? All
Why
right,
would
Jamal, we
God
don't
be
want to
jealous
court.
and want all your praise? He built you to make you. You are here to be the best version of you. If
Mhm.
I'm
hmm
your, just think of just this is why I say common sense come in it. When you have
hmm
children, you want your children to be the best that they can be, no matter what that look like. You're not jealous because they don't call you. You're not jealous because they don't beg you.
hmm
Why are they
Or
jealous?
sacrifice their animals, or they children, or they virgin neighbors.
But hold on, what you said they not jealous because they don't call you or beg you. What are they jealous of then?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Bible makes God seem like he's jealous if you
Jealous.
worship anybody else but him, if you talk to anybody else but him, if
Okay.
you don't praise him constantly. Because if you think like we can step into the other religions, Muslims, right? Now, Muslims to me, if it was real, would be the closest thing to God
Yeah,
because they
I was
That's a fact.
sacrifice everything
That's
for
a fact.
Allah.
Yeah, that's
hey
a
Them
fact.
Jamal.
motherfuckers shut they stores down and pray 3 times a day. A Christian ain't doing none of that shit.
Yeah, they
And you'll
flying the
see a
feathers
Muslim
too.
sacrifice his life for
Yeah,
Allah.
they
Jump
Hey
in a
fly.
Jamal.
plane and kill thousands of motherfuckers in the name of Allah. You don't know one Christian like that.
Yeah.
Hey
Not
Jamal,
one.
Jamal, I was gonna say that about we talking about a lot about baptism and Christianity, but you got other religions like I used to before I was a firefighter. I used to work at the airport, and I would see the Muslims come through of all kinds, every morning before sunrise, they got special. They got their own personal prayer rug that they lay out, line it up to the
Mhm.
east, and they get on their hands and knees. Like I agree with Jamal. Muslims is probably the closest ones that actually give praise and spiritually. And I don't know not one Muslim that's not well off now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know not one personally, right? I'm pretty sure some out there. But I want to go something else about what you said about Jesus and he was speaking to his mom and stuff like that. It kind of cross reference with Jewish people and their religion too, because in Jewish society, when somebody passes away, with the statement that you said Jesus told his mom, it was like they got the 7 day grace period, right? Where the family mourns and they sit lower than everybody else, you know what I'm saying? So that could be a representation based on religion. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different um culture or a different procedure that they go through when they grieving and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because 7 days to a sin sounds about right, but the only thing you don't know is what was 7 days back then as compared to today. You know.
I mean, I'm the type of person
Right.
like I have a lot of grace for people, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's probably the God good in me because I don't look down on people for making mistakes because it's just
Right.
a trial and tribulation of life, you know. Um, the people who are, I'll say this, the people who are most godly are not liked. They are
Right.
used
Yeah.
and unappreciated, right?
Uh huh.
If you think about what we going through in life, like real life, it seemed like all the stand-up people in the world are last in life, and all the ones that's cutthroat, scheme, all this shit, they winning,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
my thing is when the Bible speaks about first seek ye the kingdom of righteousness, and all things should be added unto you. I started
Mm-hmm.
looking at these old ladies in the front row at church. They've been in church 50 years and they still struggling. And
Yeah.
when they die, their daughters are next. Like when is God gonna kick the fuck in?
Facts. Hey, Magmar, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Because I figured this out maybe 5 years ago. I said you will have 87 bad days in a row. And then on the 88th day, you'll find a $20 bill and be like, look at God. I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
nigga, what the fuck is this?
Hey, you know, when I got into religion, I had got my license back. I thought I found the girl of my life. I started making more money. And I thought that was God blessing me. But when I got past all them feelings, I started thinking, like, I got my license back because I paid the fines.
Yeah.
Hey man, hold
Right.
on. Hey.
You feel me? Like, I
If you got reinstated out of nowhere, that would have been God.
right, right. I'm like, I got my license back because I fucking paid the fines and I got my license back.
But
And
God gave you the
Hey.
money to get your license reinstated, my
right,
brother.
and my thing is this: how many times? Like, here's a pet peeve I have that with religious people when they pray over food. I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely hate that shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you already prayed for the job, the food you paid for with the money you made from that job, you already prayed
It's
for.
already prayed for. You double prayed.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it's the expression of gratitude. Is see that's
You
the
prayed
difference
for
of
the
it.
job. So
No, but I'm
everything
just
that
saying.
comes with the job is part of that blessing.
But
No,
Mac, it's
but
a
you can,
gesture.
but the constant see, but we gotta understand this when you know you God, right? You know you the God in flesh of, and in the Bible it say in Psalms 82, ye are gods and all our children of the Most High. So When I even say that, people are like, how you saying that? Because I'm a God, just like Kanye said, I'm a God, because that's what I am, of my world, of my reality. But anyway, when you know that, you constantly give gratitude for that which you created and that which you destroy, because you know it's by your doing from the greater, higher intelligence that's moving through you and allowing you to manifest these things. So the gratitude vibration frequency continues to bring those things. So that's what they was talking about, like when Jesus was able to feed the village with the loaf of bread and the fish, is because his gratitude was so high that I could feed 5,000 people with one meal, which means my what my
That
gift.
shit don't even sound right. You know goddamn well you can't
Yeah.
feed 5,000 people with two fish.
No, that's what
Mhm.
I'm saying.
We
It is
know
not
that as
literal.
logical thinkers. That story
It's
is
not
full of shit.
literal, Jamal. It's
I
not
know
literal.
that,
It's
but
the gratitude.
most people will run with it and be like, "Oh, that's the miracle of Jesus. He fed 5,000 people with two fish." Nigga, two fish ain't feeding number two people.
No, but
Okay,
it's
let's just
figurative.
be
It's
honest.
spiritual. It's figurative to say your consistent gratitude for one meal ensures thousands more. That's all that's trying to tell you. Really, what the Bible is doing is metaphysical, and it's your biology. If you really break it down and really get into what biology is versus what the Bible talking about, that's what it's talking about. It's just codified in the way it's talking about it. It's telling you how you can do all these things yourself through yourself. That's
Right.
all it's doing.
That's your understanding and your experience. My
Correct.
experience, I'm saying, is full of shit.
I got
Okay.
you. But it
So,
comes
but
from truth.
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
we can agree to disagree because you got your own understanding of it. For
Mhm.
me, I'm thinking in a logical sense. If I was born in 3000 BC and I saw a nigga named Jesus, how in the fuck you finna feed all us with them two little ass catfish you got?
Hey,
Right.
Magma, have
It's
faith.
not literal. I keep
I
trying
know
to
Hey,
that,
tell
but
you.
I'm
brother.
just
Hey, hey, hey,
You better have
hey.
faith, nigga. I'll get
Hey,
him up out of here.
the
Go ahead.
only, the only part I believe in is that Jesus was black because that's the only nigga I know that could turn water into wine. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Now I know black people do some shit like that now.
and
So
that was even some bullshit because look,
yeah.
it's so basically what that's telling you is it's okay to drink, right?
Yeah, correct.
But in the first page of the Bible, I'm gonna take y'all back to school. It says that God made
Look
every
here.
green plant bearing a seed here for your good.
Mm-hmm.
What is a plant? Weed.
Right.
He
It's
did
all
not
of it.
say every plant but weed. But guess
Right.
what, though? We as people understand that every plant bearing a seed is not here for your good. You can't eat every plant. You know that.
Right.
We got poison ivy. We got all kinds of shit that's deadly that you can't eat it. So where do we make sense in that?
Mm-mm. That's true. That's true. Hey, I did a live last week and they told me I was going to hell because I had questions, right? And I said the thing about religion and hearing some of the stories, man, those are the original generational curses, right? Like I ain't trying to change the subject of that like that. I was like, man, like even the story of how Jesus was conceived in the Virgin Mary. I said, nah, man. And like, no, I'm a virgin. You know what I'm saying? But, oh, wait a minute, how you get knocked up there? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I guess God did planted something in me. Nah, you was another motherfucker.
He was.
You cheated on me with God,
That's
goddamn it.
what
No,
the
that's telling
Muslims
you that
believe.
the woman is God.
Hold
Cheating.
on. I
Hold on.
should have
Damn it.
been. So guess
You
what?
didn't
Guess
get.
what?
You can look at it like that too, Vita.
She is God too, because how could God Himself, my big, come choose me? He said, if He could make Adam and Eve, I did a video on this. If He could make Adam and Eve by the snap of His finger or the dirt or whatever He did, why would God say, you know what? I'm finna go bag me a baby mama who gonna actually create the Christ that walked the earth? That mean I'm God too.
Because he wanted to make it look like the woman that was of nothing created the greatest shit ever and gas
Right.
her up.
But
Okay, so
guess
that
what though?
means
That
I'm
story is
God
even more
too.
fucked up. That
That
story is
means
even
I'm
more
God
fucked.
too. I gotta be God. If I could create God and God is the actual God is my baby daddy, and I created a real human God, I'm a God.
If you said the key word, if
I'm saying that happened. And that's
no,
in
So
science.
so
Now we
y'all
go
can
to
tell
science.
me. So
That's called
explain to me this.
parthenogenesis.
Explain to me this, right?
Go Go ahead.
Jesus was born and he lived to be 13 and disappeared for 20 motherfucking years, right? And came back at 33 years old. How do you lose the most important motherfucker on the earth for 20 years? Right?
Nah, they ain't
And
that's
then
how
on
young
top of
man
that,
doesn't.
because my brain be cooking, if the motherfucker could fly out of here when he died, why he just couldn't fly here, do his purpose, and get the fuck up out of here? Why did he have to be born like us, grow up, take all 33 motherfucking years to serve this purpose of dying for our sins? And then on top of that, he came, sacrificed himself for our sins, but yet we still gotta ask for forgiveness.
Because
My sins should be paid for. I
yeah,
should be able to do what the fuck I want to do, and can't nobody say shit because Jesus died for everything I did, do, or gonna do.
but Mac, you can. That's the whole point. You can.
That's
And the reason that he came down to do that is to show you how fucked up you are because somebody came down here and did it perfectly for 33 years. And
Right?
you can't go 24 hours without cussing. You can't go 24 hours.
Would you sacrifice your only motherfucking son for somebody? Because you the all knowing and all this, right? You could just change shit. Why you gotta have your son die for some shit you could just change with a snap of a finger?
Yeah, but it was a
that's what I'm
test.
telling you. That's a
I'm
codified
being
story.
hold on. I'm being devil's advocate. I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm trying to get the reason why they would make this story happen. Jesus is perfect. He faced every obstacle we faced, but he actually nailed it. That was
And he
not
ain't
a,
get
that
no
was not a
ass. I
that was not
commend
a
him for that. He ain't
yeah,
get no ass.
and I didn't mean that by not when I say
Say
nailed
that.
it, I didn't mean it by the cross. But
That
I'm
was gonna be
saying,
my question. That was gonna be
yeah,
my
but
question because
yeah,
he's supposed to
no, no,
experience everything
no,
man's supposed to. I said, do y'all think Jesus was fucking?
no, and he overcame the lust. Lust is what everything is here for. Do you know why 9/11 happened? Because these niggas was promised virgins, nigga. The
Okay.
woman is
I
God.
know, see, I got a problem with that because
That's real.
how you gonna make me feel bad about being weakened by the shit that God made for me? He
I
said it wasn't good for me to be alone, so he made this motherfucker.
bet
So
you
how
not,
you gonna get mad at me because I'm tempted to have
Mac.
sex with what you made for me?
But Mac, you supposed to do it with your wife though.
Jesus wasn't married, Adam wasn't married. What the
He
fuck are
didn't,
we talking about?
but he didn't fuck nobody though. That's the difference.
Adam was not the first motherfucker that was here, so to speak, that wasn't married.
Yeah, but he
Well,
was. It was only one girl out there. He was literally married,
But
and
he
she.
was
But
not married.
I know,
look,
but
because marriage and man-made thing, marriage is true a union under God. It's the man that marriage shit is a man-made thing. But look at this. But look at the kids. Even though this where the Christianity get fucked up too.
come on,
Mary, Adam and Eve had two sons, right? So how was
Cain
the
and
earth?
Abel.
So how was the earth populated?
I heard they were sleeping with their mama. That's what I heard. I don't know,
They had to
That's what
be.
I'm like. That's why I'm like, this shit don't make sense. Like, I'm like, y'all, somebody ain't think this through, or they thought nobody was gonna read it. But that's what I'm saying. You can't take it literal. It's all biology and it's codified to be personified to
but
that made into a religion.
but how
I got
come
So,
how come Cain and Abel was their only two kids? Why didn't they have another child? Why are we pretending they stopped at two? I'm just pushing back to
and
have
look,
conversation. I'm
and
not
then
saying
one
that
of
I'm
'em,
right,
I forgot one went around about when he got kicked out the family or whatever, went about the earth and found a woman. Who made that woman? Where'd she come from? Like,
I
Facts.
this one,
I
I'm
don't know
like,
nothing. I don't know nothing about Cain and Abel. I know the album was dope. I know Master P signed them niggas in like '96.
you
That's
silly.
all I know
But
about
yeah,
Cain and Abel.
Yeah,
it's
but
just it's just
ultimately there
confusing.
is a lot of contradictions. But like I said, at the end of the day, there are things that you can live by that makes you a solid person. Like I'm not gonna discredit the Bible 100% because there are definitely some good principles in there to live
Yeah, it's a
by to
book of
make you a better
game.
person.
It's
That's
Yeah,
a
what I
for
was
book of
gonna
sure.
game.
say.
It's a lot
But
of
you
game in
know,
that book.
What
If
if
yeah,
you get it on
it's
the
definitely.
level, on the
I
different
tilt my
levels.
hat to the motherfucker that wrote that book. He's a genius.
Yeah, no,
That
he
motherfucker that
cold.
wrote that
Niggas wrote
motherfucker,
it.
he
That's ain't
cold
that
blooded.
King James?
Yeah,
He
and
cold.
King James
No,
was a
King
nigga.
James didn't write the Bible.
He
But he was a
narrated.
nigga though. King James was a nigga though.
King James was a
Okay.
gay ass man.
But he was a
Damn.
Um,
nigga. He
and
was a
Okay.
nigga.
um,
Let me
and
let me
Jesus, the picture of the white Jesus that we see is Constantine's boyfriend.
That's
That's who that white image of
Caesar
Jesus.
Caesar Gregory or something. Caesar Gregory, something like that.
I
Caesar
have
What
Borgia.
Constantine,
Caesar
if y'all
Borgia.
look up Constantine in 325 AD, Google that. It's
I
gonna
His
tell
have
name
you
Caesar
how
Borgia.
it's gonna tell you how they came up with the concept of the Bible, right? They had
I
a
have,
bunch of books that they stole from Africa.
From the no, from Egypt, the Book of the Dead.
Egypt is in Africa, baby.
I'm just saying the Book of the Dead.
No. They had a bunch of books.
Yeah,
So
but mainly that.
story says when they piled all them books on the table, it was so many to fit on the table, they was falling off and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so when the Council of Nicaea came to the council the next day, they picked the only books that was sitting on the table to orchestrate the Bible, which was the 66 books. Those was the only books that was sitting on the table. So they made that the Bible. There are books that's not in the Bible that should be, like the book of Mary, the book of Paul. There's all kinds of books that were written about these people
The
that's
Book
not
of
in the
Enoch.
Bible. The book
Yeah,
of
a lot of
Enoch,
they took
facts.
a lot of
The book
stuff
of
out.
Enoch.
Well, let me.
Yeah.
They,
Well, I know Var was going. Var, go ahead, cause I got a question. I don't want to cut you off.
I got questions, man. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
and I
Like,
got one too, Jamal. I want Jamal to answer the one I had after you done, Va. To go from the cross to the tomb. Wait, from the cross, lead across to the tomb to their house. I just want to hear how Jamal said he did all that. I just want to hear that.
Well, okay, I'll answer that real fast and I'm gonna get it to Vod because I've been talking a lot. I'm gonna let y'all get some air. So basically the tomb from the tomb, when he bowed his head and gave up the ghost, they took his body down, they took him to the tomb, right? And don't speak in specifics about who actually how he got there and all that shit. It just say the next day his mama came to the tomb looking for him. When she got to the tomb, he was not in the tomb. He came around the corner and said all the things that we talked about previously. From that point, when he told his mama to go tell the disciples that he had not left, when she told them that he wasn't going nowhere, they didn't believe her. They wanted to see him. Yada yada yada. He wound up coming in the door as they was arguing because Paul was pissed off because Jesus left him in charge and women didn't have no power then. See, women like to think about today's society, and it was
Now they
not
was
like that
lying,
then.
but okay.
Back then, you women didn't really much have a say, so y'all had to shut the fuck up for real. So
They
when
Don't get
lying,
off
but
topic.
okay.
Keep
so when
going.
she
That's not true, but okay. Go ahead.
it absolutely in the Bible makes women look like shit. I'll get
I
into that
know.
later.
That's what I know.
But
That's why I said it's
in
lying,
the
but go ahead.
Bible, how the Bible describes those times,
Correct.
women did not have a place to speak or none of that shit. They
Right.
stayed in their place. So when she told Paul that Jesus came to her and told her, now mind you, they think he's dead. She came in the building like, oh, I seen Jesus. He told me to tell y'all that he wasn't dead. Paul was like, bitch, how in the fuck he tell you he left me in charge? He wouldn't tell you, I'm about to kill you. Paul was snapping on her. He about to fuck her up because it was in so much to speak blasphemy that she was lying. He didn't think she was telling the truth. As they arguing, Jesus came in the fucking building. And he came in and he showed them, Paul, look at my hand. It's really me. Because Paul didn't believe it. That's what I'm saying. Paul, the nigga that Jesus trusted, didn't have no fucking faith. He needed to see with his own two eyes, like I am today.
The
Right?
nigga that kills Christians for a living, but go ahead.
You
I
feel
like
what I'm
Paul.
saying? He
I like
needed to see
Paul.
that shit with his own eyes. So he said, I need to see him. If he real, he would come to me. He would not come to you. And he walked in the door and he showed Paul a hole in his hand. And then they sat down. The Bible said they sat down and they ate. They broke bread together, which means they ate together. Right?
Right.
So basically, from the tomb, somewhere in between there, when his mama came to find him, he wasn't in the motherfucker. I don't know. It don't say whether he was hiding, he was in the forest. He just wasn't in the tomb until she got there. And he came around the corner and told her what it was. And when she ran back to them, I guess he was on his way. And when she got there, he got there a few minutes later than her. And that's what it says.
Mm.
I don't know if that answers your question, but that's what it says.
Yeah, I was just trying to see how he. So when he came from the tomb, that's when he went through. But when she was telling the story, it's before they went to the tomb. It's just because Jesus came to her before she went to the tomb.
No, 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 no. He came to her at the tomb because
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
He
So
was at the tomb looking
Matthew,
for him.
Mark, Luke, and John are the four gospels of the Bible, which speaks only about Jesus' life. This is where you can find about Jesus in the four gospels. Matthew was orchestrated to be the first gospel because Matthew had the gospel where Jesus did all the miracles when he walked on water, he fed the people with the fish, the burning bush, all the exciting shit is in there. So what it does is this: as a reader, when you read Matthew, then you try to read Mark, and then you try to read Luke, and then you try to read John. By the time you get through the second book, which is Matthew, Mark, which is Mark, those stories start looking alike. So you're not going to be paying attention like you was when you was reading Matthew. And
Mm-hmm.
so on and so. And by the time you get to John, you're going to be skimming through shit because you read all this. So you're not going to be picking up on the little shit that changes the whole narrative,
Mm-hmm.
which was, and this is why the lion of Jesus is in John in the last book, because John is the most exciting. There's no miracles in John. It's just a boring ass story. But that part right there separates everything. That makes the bit of a difference. And this is why a lot of people who are in Christianity that do preach this in churches have never read this because they don't critically read. Like, you got to get you some weed, man. You got to get you some
Get you
weed.
some weed.
Do like I did, get you some weed.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? So I'll give y'all a briefing of how I initially walked away, right? I had all these questions and I had no answers because I was knee deep in that I was trying to defend Christianity, right? It wasn't like I just saw some shit and like, oh, this shit fake, I'm done. No, nigga, I did extensive research to try to prove this shit right. But every time I did, I ended up in a bad place to the point where I started going to these elderly pastors, trying to see if they knew somebody. I figured, y'all been preaching since the goddamn 60s. Y'all should know some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm.
bring this shit to them, they can't explain it. So and it's funny how I did this, and a lot of people laughed at this, but I'm gonna tell you how I initially walked away. This was my last Sunday at church. After I spoke to the pastor, he went off on me. Mind you, he cursed me out. This a pastor. He
Yeah,
got
they
so
don't like the
mad
truth.
that I didn't believe this shit that it took him out of his character.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now I'm feeling salty. I go home and I swear to God, I can't make this shit up on my dead grandma. I went home and I cried my ass off like a little bitch. I can admit this shit. I went home and I cried. I got on my knees and I said, God, I am trying to figure this shit out. I don't have no answers and I'm frustrated. And if you want me to understand, then I suggest you tell me or I'm going to be lost. And if I'm lost, it's on your blood because I tried and you let me go. This is the exact words that I told God. I said, I'm putting it in your hands. If you let me slip, then it's your fault, not mine. And I'll tell you this. That day, I had came in from church. This was Sunday. I said, I ain't been in now, mind you, I've been a pastor at this point for like two and a half years now, right? I said, man, I need a drink. Now, mind you, I ain't been drinking, I ain't been smoking, and I ain't been cheating. So I ain't been doing shit. I'm a holy roller out in this motherfucker. I real life took that shit serious. I was trying to get married and do the right thing, right? That day I said I need a drink. I'm overwhelmed and I'm hurt and I just need some air. So I wound up start ironing my clothes. To make a long story short, I went on YouTube and I started typing in the shit that I wanted to learn on YouTube to see if anybody in the world can relate to what the
Don't
fuck I'm
like it.
going through, right? So I started watching some video on YouTube while I'm ironing my clothes. And the next video clicked over because it was like autoplay where the next video just automatically played. So as I'm ironing my clothes, a video popped up that said Jesus wasn't real. And I looked at this shit. I'm like, boy, whoever made that shit going to hell, they ass tripping. Who the fuck would? You got balls enough to say Jesus ain't real? You tripping? Ironing my clothes.
Wow.
The movie was playing, but I really wasn't paying no attention to it. Right? I went
Mhm.
outside. Now, mind you, this is after I done cried and I done told God, God damn it, I need some answers and all this shit. I went outside, had a drink, and I came home about 9 o'clock that night. I never forget this shit. I came in the basement. I forgot to turn my Xbox off. That fucking movie that I was looking at was still playing. That shit was 6 hours long.
Wow.
A YouTube video, it was still playing when I came in the basement. And I'm like, man, now I'm high, I'm drunk, and I'm fucked back. I ain't had no drinking, no weed, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. I sit down on the couch and I started that shit over and I started watching this video about Jesus is fake, right? The
Mhm.
video came on, it didn't say nothing derogatory about Jesus. It didn't say nothing about Christianity, about religion, or I'm thinking it's finna be a whole hatred ass movie. It was the total opposite. You know what it was? A dude took us back to Africa and showed us where all these religions, all these prayers, all these sayings, all these idols, all this shit, it showed where it came from. The original shit that's carved in the tombs that we can see to this day. We don't have to have no faith. You can go see it with your own two motherfucking eyes, right? So now
Mhm.
it get to showing the tombs, the writing in the tombs, the mummies, the artifacts, the gold, the places that they stayed. They started showing all this shit that was there for the naked eye to see, proof, right? So now I'm looking at it like, damn, I'm looking for shit in the Bible that's true. I can't find nothing. I can't find no burials. I can't find no artifacts. I can't find nothing in the Bible that's tangible that I can say it was really here. So now I'm like, damn, why I can't find this shit, but we can find Egyptian mummies and shit. Like, and then I started getting into my African journey, looking at where we come from and shit. And I started noticing that all the things that was in the Bible was rewrote stories from our ancestors. You
Correct.
see what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I started looking at the origin of these people. And this is why black people cling to Muhammad more. Because the Bible and the Quran is the same book. But the
Okay.
difference is the Quran makes the same characters in the Bible black people. This is why black people cling to the Quran and Muslims, because they think that's our religion as black people. But
Okay.
it's the same fucking stories.
Yeah.
It's just cultural.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, whatever gang is where y'all live at is different from the gang where I live at. It's a neighborhood thing. Christianity is powerful in the United States. Outside the United States, they believe in other shit. This is why it's 4,700 religions in the world, because everybody believes something different
Yep.
based upon their culture. Real
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's their interpretation. That's why the paintings and the drawings and shit look different and all that. Their interpretation. But it's really telling them we are the gods because all of it is based on us, our people, what they did, how they live, how they created civilization, humanity, all this stuff. That's all it is. It's the interpretation of that. That's all it is.
Hey,
Mhm.
you, hey, you want to know
It's
something
it's
else?
definitely interpretation. Go ahead, Va.
You know what? And here's the thing. Like, this is how I look at the Bible. Is the Bible with the different verses and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all remember this movie from years ago called Vantage Point. It's kind of biblical, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, if anybody seen that movie before,
Vantage point.
Vantage Point, yeah.
No, I ain't never seen that.
So
No,
they get
never
the
heard.
same. They get the same because, like Jamal said, you read it in John and then in Matthew and stuff. It starts looking the same, right? In the Vantage Point, it's an event, okay, that gets blew up, but you see it from a different version from like six different people, right? From six different backgrounds. and trials and tribulations and everything, right? And I'm like, that's pretty much the Bible uh, from a certain perspective, because Matthew is a person, John is a person, Jeremiah, Job, etc. And they all got different experiences. Some are different religions and so on. And you see the same people, you hear about the same events, and they're just telling you their side of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Bro,
like,
I don't
like,
mean to cut you off right there, but I'm gonna give you some sauce and I'm gonna give you the mic back. If you read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they did not write that shit. This is why when you open your Bible, it says
yes,
according to Mark,
right,
according
right,
to Luke,
right.
according to John, because they didn't write that shit. If somebody asked me something, right? Who got killed over there? Shit, I say shit, about 12 motherfuckers. How you know? Shit, according to Vita. That what she said.
Well, it was written like 1,000 years, 2,000 years later, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
They
so
That's
didn't
what
check
know.
this
that's
They
out.
what
didn't
made
even
me
know nothing
question
about
it.
that
Like,
shit.
who the fuck?
Yeah,
Right? Is y'all
absolutely,
asking them or making shit up? Yeah.
absolutely. That's why it says according to.
But guess
Like
what? Guess
people,
what?
these little words fuck a lot of people up, and they don't pay attention to it. And I understand because when I was
Mm-hmm,
a juvenile
mm-hmm,
in the Christ and in that shit, I was scared to literally. I would get chills if I thought anything outside
mm-hmm.
of it. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
thought it was wrong.
indoctrination. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
indoctrination.
So, so check
Hmm.
this out. How what Jamal just said, how it applies to today. You know, back in the day, people used to have like books and stuff. Like me personally, I used to have a lot of Michael Jordan books, right? And you have to learn the difference between biographies and autobiographies. You know what I'm saying? People could take certain phrases or words that you say and form biography about you. You know what I'm saying? Don't all have to be true, but certain quotes that they use, they came directly from you. They'll roll with that. But an autobiography, a person is actually sitting down getting all the information from you. Or the next step is what they call memoirs, where you put your own, you put what's ever on your mind on a piece of paper and a pen. You know what I'm saying? So it's directly coming from you. So you get those stages. So that's how I kind of construct. That's how I kind of construct the Bible. You know what I'm saying in terms of understanding. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm not saying there's inconsistencies. It's about perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's like uh it's like a book version of a prism, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I can say the sky look red, Mom can say the sky look blue, Red Pill can say, man, nah, man, it's dark as hell out here. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the light hit that prism, we gonna all see different colors based on where we're standing and how we look into it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
and I'm like, that's the way I interpret the Bible. You know, I gotta come over here and read and understand it from Matthew's eyes. Let me come over here and look at it from John's
Van-
eyes. You know what
It's
I'm
vantage points.
saying?
Matthew,
It's
Mark,
vantage
Luke,
point.
John is all vantage points. That's all it is. It's the same
And that's
story
all.
from people's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said I stick more to spiritual, because now with spiritually, I can generalize a lot of stuff. I can sit here and look at the two things that only matter, right and wrong. I don't care about the who. I don't care about the gender. I don't care about the race. You know what I'm saying? I have a standard. All right. Thou shalt not kill. Oh, it was a cockroach. It says thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? Same concept. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but you
Yeah, no
know,
facts.
see the
Mac,
thing of
hey,
me. Go
hey,
ahead. Go
Mac
ahead.
double O. My bad, double O's in the back. He just hit me.
Tell them to come in.
And
Okay.
even with "thou shall not kill," that still say it's still okay. Eye for eye in the Old Testament, and God say you have a right to protect yourself and your family. So
Yeah.
if somebody,
But you,
if my killing is justified, it's not as
right.
wrong as me just for unjustified killing.
But that's what makes you a god because you can decide
Correct.
what's justified and what's not.
But see,
You
here's
see
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
You can.
Because if you go to the what it says thou shalt not kill. I don't give a
Right.
damn what it's about. It
Right.
says what it says. But as you being a god, you can say, well, I'm not gonna kill, or I will kill if you do this. I can bend those rules
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a god. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? I'm not the creator though. I'm
Yeah,
a
No,
god.
but creator said that though you can
The
defend
creator ain't
yourself.
said shit. Another person wrote that shit.
but check
Right,
this
I
out.
got
God
you.
ain't said
So
a
that Bible
motherfucking
that they
thing.
going on, the
So
Bible that they going on.
There was
hold on.
somebody. Do you know who wrote that? Who wrote that was a person who had a conscience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey
And they
Mac,
was just
he
thinking,
back
and
there,
what
bro.
is fair? What is fair? You can't go around killing people. That sound like somebody with a good heart.
Now,
That's all that was.
and guess what? Guess what? Here's another thing. This is why I stick to spiritual over religion, because even religion, you say, okay, certain things that you are justified to do. Like I'm gonna take it to food, because I say food is the number one killer of a black man these days. Okay, as much as I love pork bacon, we got to kill a pig to get it. There's a lot of black people that like chitlins. A pig got to go. Okay, but the thing is, in other um, parts of nature, I say the animal kingdom, I'm gonna take a gorilla for a silverback gorilla. Guess what they eat?
Humans.
Plant,
Plants and
Oh,
plants and
vegetables.
fruits.
plants.
When they ain't
I
Like,
eating
know
our
because I'm a
ass.
you
vegan.
know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey
And guess
Mac,
what? They some
bro
of the
backstage. My
strongest
fault.
people
Just
ever.
tell him.
They
I,
some
I
of
don't tell them I don't see the request. Tell them the request. Oh, hold on. I think that's it. It's
a regular
in.
gorilla is stronger than.
Okay. I think the end. What's good, bro?
This is why they get the question: who will win between 100 men and a silverback gorilla? And everybody said a gorilla would. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying like, but guess what? To justify our dietary restrictions, we have to justify killing animals because we like meat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but
Well, that's a
even when
condition. That's a
and guess
condition that we was conditioned into. We was made to eat off the land. The animals, all animals are on the same plane as humans. We
right,
all
and guess
got the same. If that's why motherfucker be like, how can you be a cannibal? Because red meat is red meat. Human meat, if you get a piece of human meat and season that shit like a steak, it's gonna take like a fucking steak. We're
Yeah.
not supposed to eat meat. We're
Yeah.
just
and
not
Jamal,
supposed. We're
Oh,
not
you
even
for real?
designed to eat that shit.
and
We just
Jamal,
been
here's
Mhm.
culturally
the
put
thing.
into eating. Okay, meat give you
Culture
protein. We
program.
supposed to get protein from beans
Plants,
and shit
Beans
like
and
that.
yeah.
plants,
Yeah,
plants.
and plants. You feel me? And as far as like the gorilla shit, you said like the reason why gorillas are big and eat plants and bananas and shit is because that's their genetics. Some people
Right,
just have big genetics. Like
but
for
you know
me,
what?
for instance, right now I'm overweight. I'm like 280 right now, right? My no my natural weight is 225. I'm still bigger than the average fucking human
Right,
at my
and Jamal,
natural weight. Some
and
people
Jamal,
are just big. If I go vegan, I probably will get to like 225.
right. But you know what?
No, you
Here's a
could
little.
stay more because you will have more muscle. Because people get mixed up like an elephant is vegan, panda bear, gorilla, a giraffe, and they strong than a motherfucker. Like
Yeah,
people
they
got to know,
strong, but
like
that's
being vegan is
genetics.
not weak. You just be pure muscle.
And
Yeah,
check
but
this
that's
out.
Yeah.
their genetics. That's their makeup. So no matter they're eating what they're designed to eat. If we was eating what we was designed to eat, we'll be our natural selves. And
Facts.
Hey, and
some
let me
humans are just bigger than others. It just is what it is. Everybody is not little. Everybody's not big.
and let me backtrack for a second. Even with food, and I'm gonna go into pharmaceuticals for a second. Like they'll. I'm gonna go with the most recent thing when we talk about COVID, where they was pushing people to take this COVID shot. They get this is why I go with all natural home remedies, man. All you need is some cayenne pepper, garlic, ginger, aloe vera.
Oil of
Uh,
oregano.
you know what I'm saying? You know
It's
what?
just Subway face ass.
Blue, I'm saying
Now that oil
blueberries,
of oregano is good as hell.
yeah, but see, hold on. Guess what? It's a process for the oil. I'm talking about something all natural. Like you can grow it and get it. You know what I'm saying? Pomegranates, carrots, broccoli, uh, a lot of stuff like that.
Watermelon.
Yeah,
Watermelon good as hell,
Man,
and
I'm the only nigga in
apricot.
the world that can't eat melons.
right.
Who you are?
Yeah, I can't eat honeydews, watermelon, nothing. Oh, I'm allergic to all this shit.
Oh well,
Mm-hmm.
you can eat. You can
Damn.
eat other
Yo,
things. You can eat
Magmore, hold
berries,
on.
apricots.
Magmore, I can only eat pineapples and peaches, bro. All them other fruits fuck me up.
Yeah, I eat
I
pineapples and
put that on
peaches. Yeah,
everything I love.
I can eat strawberries and
But that's the
apples
only
too. I
two I
just can't
can't
eat
eat.
no melons.
Yeah, I can't eat none of
Guess
that shit, bro.
Guess what? Hey, guess what? And I had to learn. I pick up like little stuff. Guess what? Like they got all these little antiseptics, alcohol, witch hazel and stuff. When you get scars and stuff, guess what I found out works better than all that stuff, man.
Honey.
Right.
Vagina.
If you boil that too, but
Uh,
if you boil some honey and put it over your scars, it works a whole lot better.
You
And you
put
don't
it
even
over
gotta
your
boil it. You
what?
can just put it on there. Honey. I knew it was honey, because that's why I'm into all
Put it on
natural
what?
shit.
No, but here's the thing: when you heat it up, it brings all the germs and stuff out equally. You know what I'm saying? Because you're breaking down the sweetness and the sugar part of it, the glucose part of it, and it works as like a thick natural antiseptic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I had cut the roof of my mouth. That shit was burning. I couldn't eat. I was like, what
yeah.
the fuck I'm gonna put? Peroxide was too much. Man, I put that honey. By the end of the day, that shit was healed.
Shout out
real
to the
talk.
bees, man.
This talk for real. For real, I put some on one time and I covered it up for about 3 days. When I took that bandage off, and this is what let me know it worked. When I took that bandage off, it was so green where the sore was at. That green stuff is all the toxins and viruses and bacteria and stuff that's not supposed to be in your body. You know what I'm saying? Even the old school thing they say, man, if you get a cold or you get the flu, put an onion on the bottom of your foot, tape it up, and put a sock on. That
Oh,
stuff is
and I
real,
used to
man.
put that on my baby chest. I used to do that to my baby and put on his chest, and it got rid of asthma. I'm into all that. Even though I'm in healthcare, I'm into all that. That's why I ain't believe none of that bullshit COVID shit. It was a lie.
Hey, did y'all see Dr. Sebi's son interview on Street Champs? Was
Is
it?
it a
I supposed to
drink
watch
champ?
it. I ain't watched it yet.
Man, that's a
Drink.
No.
dope ass interview, man.
Hold
Y'all
on.
gotta watch this shit,
Hold on,
bro.
Magma. Is it a new interview?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Nah. But if you can
Oh
go back
shit, this
to
beacon.
you can go to Mrs. Dr. Sabi. She got an interview with Sway in the morning.
Yeah.
And then they got another interview. It's two parts of the family. Sabi had a bunch of kids and like two wives. So
Man,
he
he about
23.
10
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
23.
the nigga
I was
had,
like, he about 10 kids at least.
but his
Yeah.
whole lineage is they study that shit. So like if you see any Sabi interviews, man, look into that
Hmm.
shit, man, for real.
Yeah.
He was spitting some shit, bro. He had me thinking like he don't eat meat, none of that shit. Like he was just getting a bunch of game, bro. That like I rock with that shit, man. That y'all I highly recommend y'all see that, bro. Watch that interview, bro. That
That's
shit
how
is
you know
tough.
all the diseases, all that shit made up and got a pattern. AIDS, HIV, all of it's
Yeah,
somebody's invention. Then they invent the medicine. I'm like, oh, okay, now I know this. I gotta
yeah.
go natural and cure all that shit. So yeah,
Yeah. He was talking about how they heal motherfuckers in like 90 days and shit. People with herpes, people with
Yeah,
AIDS, people with
took brain
cancer.
tumors.
Like he
He
still
had
doing the same
brain
shit his
tumors.
daddy did. He doing
look,
that. He got him a little store and shit.
sickle
I think he
cell.
said in New York or some shit. But yeah, he
That
said they
nigga
can cure
I
anything.
wonder did he say
blind.
he got
Anything.
10
They
wives?
can cure blindness. They was. Oh, my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, double O. Go ahead, Brody.
No, I said no wonder he got 10 wives. Shit, if you doing all that, then yeah, I'm sure mad women want to be with you. You damn near dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that nigga was 80 with 30-year-old
Yeah.
sperm. Boy, you better
No,
watch.
he said his daddy was a player. Shit, he was the man. Shit, he was a doctor curing motherfuckers. You feel me?
Oh,
So
And
Hey,
he had
he
land.
said
And
he
he had the
said it's
land in
20.
Ecuador.
He said
hey,
it's 23 of them, and him and his sister. I think it's him and two other sisters by his mama. But he got 23 kids total.
Yeah,
so
everything y'all just stated about him is cooler than any piece of jewelry,
you feel me?
car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anything we use to try to get women, man. Everything y'all just said, and
Is
I don't
the
see what women ain't going for that. Come
you
on, man.
feel me?
hey, so
23.
so hey,
Yeah.
after hearing this, and I know we on YouTube. This is a public service announcement to all the hoes. Go talk to the dude, Dr. Sibby, man, because he probably got a cure to get y'all walls back.
Oh no. Ad just popped up on my page earlier. They got this laser that they put in girls to tighten up their coochie now.
I thought they stopped moving from it now.
Man, that shit
Yeah.
ain't. Hey,
You
Yeah,
hey,
could
hey,
so
that,
tighten
I
your
saw.
coochie with pineapple if you eat a lot of pineapple and drink cranberry juice. It'll flush the urinary tract and then clean it up. But you can't be putting everybody and letting everybody in your body because that declines the health
again,
too. Because
that
everybody got like Bob was just talking about different type of bacteria and that shit get in and that shit get to growing. And then scientifically, it's a thing called microchimerism, which
Oh
means
shit.
you're literally transmuting DNA from one person to the next, and DNA get in women and fight each other, and that literally makes them crazy. So
even
it's
DNA
just
bitches
it's
be
not.
fighting.
Yeah, the DNA. Now for real. So
That's
just
crazy.
say if a woman, just like it's four y'all on here, just say she had sex with four people, even with condoms, because condoms ain't 100%. You could still transfer some DNA. Whoever DNA is the craziest or the toughest or whatever, that y'all, it's like sperm has intelligence just like eggs. So it get in there and it gang bang. It set trip. Like nigga, what is you doing? And niggas get to fighting.
Hey,
But
look,
This
look.
my
happening
shit
in her
always
body.
win. Goddamn it.
Hey, Mac Mall. Hey, Mac
It is
Mall.
happening. And she don't know, and she going crazy. That's why she 3, 4 people. That's why when they be like, all them bodies, I get when y'all saying that, because it's like all them bodies, that bitch crazy. Yeah, she is, because she got microchimerism fighting and microchimerism is proved from mother to child, epigenetics, and through sex. So it's like you really gotta not be playing with yourself out here.
Look,
Right.
So
she
be the
said.
hold
Well,
on.
She
then,
said
well,
they
hold on.
sit. Hey, the comment. We got a comment. She said they sit in the tub of vinegar and shake that coochie back.
Hey,
That's
listen.
that old school remedy
Hey,
right there.
Yeah,
She
hey,
knows
Mac.
vinegar
something.
do work.
Hey, Mac. That's my bro, St. John, bro. I'm trying to get this nigga to get on, cause this nigga
Hey,
is Hey, bro. I swear to God,
hey,
I
beat
met
it.
Mac Mall. I met that nigga, my nigga St. John, my nigga from St. Louis, bro. Y'all niggas y'all niggas is like y'all crazy, bro.
Hey,
Y'all
beat
niggas.
Yeah,
it.
vinegar work too. It just leave a smell.
Hey,
Damn.
Vita just threw me with one up, so I got to be Blake Griffith right now. Okay, so based on what you just said, scientifically, biologically,
Biologically.
spiritually, hold on, and spiritually, proves the point I've been saying on these podcasts when I said this is the reason why men and women are rated on two different scales. Because, and guess what? Even in the Bible, I remember when they said that when Joseph found out Mary was knocked up, but she couldn't be virgin, God had to send an angel down here to explain to him what the process was, and that's how the concept of marriage came about. Like the consummation of marriage is through sex. Okay, so philosophically speaking, everybody you didn't have sex with, you're spiritually married to them in some
You
kind of
tied to
fashion.
them. That's correct. You
You know
do,
what I'm
you do,
saying?
because
So
it's a sacred sex stand for sacred energy exchange. Because you are exchanging the sacredness of energy not only
right.
through the act, but through the lower
So my
because
thing is,
that's what you use to create. You
But
create from
Vita,
that lower sacred
but Vita,
energy that's sacral.
but
Yeah, your
Vita,
sacral.
exchange don't start with X though.
I
right.
know, but that's what we just use. We just say
That's
EX.
LT.
I know it's
That's LT.
EX, but sacred energy exchange.
Gotcha.
You could get demons
Right.
too. You could get STDs, sexually transmitted demons. Not only
Uh-huh.
diseases, but demons. So
Right.
you should be paying attention but the men gotta know too. Women can fare off worse biologically from multiple partners, a lot of bodies, but men still, y'all gotta understand, y'all get demons on y'all too, because all that stuff she did based on what you just said by spiritually she's getting we in exchange it. So if she pick up a demon now she done put it on you, now you don't know why, you tripping or you going haywire, you just punched the wall or whatever, you know what I'm
So
saying,
okay.
so or why she got you
what if she got?
crazy
What
or
if she
whatever.
got? What if she got? What if she got angels? What if she got angels in her pussy?
Then
then that
you had one with the seat. You
Then
had one
let
with
me
the
tell.
seat.
Then I'm gonna tell you what happened. If because a vagina is a healing thing, it is a healing thing, right? It's made. It's like even it's saying verse in the Bible. You made to come into my bosom, right?
Oh
So
shit.
even when you do that, it is healing where you can get healed. But this the thing, you have to have like that shit to change your life in the way that like you got to be ready for that. This is why men lose good women or cheat on them or whatever because they coochie be so healing that they get better, get exchange angels upon them, and then they moved around like they him when really it was her energy that she exchanged to him. It just was angelic. So that should all of it is a
I
real
like that.
thing.
I
But you know
like
what?
that. I
I
like
think,
that. I like
but to make it make sense though, I think it comes back down to intent. Like if it's something that you do, or if it's a process that you go through organically, and it's mutual or like general interest, it could be a healing thing and in line with a spiritual thing, right? The right way. But if even one person has an ulterior motive, that's when the demon spirit comes
You
about.
gonna fuck up the whole shit. You are
But then
supposed to be the
here it karma get that karma. This how we saying we our own gods. We create our own karma based on the energetic spirits we sacrifice our energy to and our heart to, right?
but
So your heart is 10 times more potent than any organ on your body. So if it's in your heart, right, it'll happen. So if you and your heart got an alternative agenda to an angelic woman with a healing coochie, right? Because healing coochie is a real thing, because it's a thing called
I
actual
need
sex
some of that.
therapy.
Anybody watching got some of that
well,
healing coochie? I
hold on.
need
Let
some
me
of that.
Well, you gotta
yeah, let
gotta
me
do right by it, because your
hold on.
karma coming to come fast.
You
I
can find
will
you can
do
find
right
some
if
on the
I
TikTok
if I
shop.
get some coochie that'll heal me.
Yeah, no,
Vita,
but see,
I'm not,
but Vita,
I'm not gonna
that,
let you do that. Vita, I'm not gonna let you do that because you know there's some women out here that have been ran through so many times that all they give out is the demon side,
is
and they
demon.
sell. They're a different type of sell a bit, right? So they sell a bit, so they pass off that demon energy too. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's why I said it's both.
But see,
Yes.
hold on. Let me respond to the
But
karma
but
situation.
double
Because
low asked about Angelica, can she heal? You can, she can. This is what we did back in the day, and they called the women witches. You go get with her in the night, sleep with her, she lay hands on you. That's where all that come from. Now you heal. Not all that stuff Jesus was doing, women was doing that first, and they was burning them at the stake, calling them witches.
yeah,
Do you
but
Right?
believe that? Do
you
you
Saul was
believe in
killing
that
them.
because when
superstition
you
shit?
pass, if you passing
No,
out,
it was real healing.
if you passing out poisonous pussy, you're not healing nothing, man.
No,
People
I'm
Nah,
talking
think
about the
you
healing
okay.
ones, the ones that
No,
was truly
it's not.
healing.
How many healing it is it, man? I'm sorry, I stumbled.
man,
How much
it's not.
healing pussy is it out here?
It ain't that
Pussy.
It
many red pill.
I had
Red pill. It ain't
look.
no. It ain't that many out here.
It's not enough. I went to jail for 10 days because I was in the wrong county. And 89% of them niggas in there was in there from poisonous pussy. I heard all the phone calls.
Not enough.
I heard it. It wasn't
Yeah,
white.
but they gotta get some healing coochie. That's why I said the ones they would go find them and kill them. And this one I'm trying to tell you, it was a real hunt for them, and they called them witches, and they even did it like in South Carolina in the 1800s, called the Salem witch hunt. Them was the women with the healing
Not
coochie
enough.
healing people, and they went and found them and killed them.
They
What
killed the
is going
healer.
on tonight?
Yeah,
All
Phoebe,
right.
Okay.
So
I'm,
does
I'm
that
with
relate
you.
to?
I'm with you. I'm just not grabbing my face. I'm with you. I got the same shit going on.
Hey, hey,
now this was a real thing. If y'all look for, that's why people say it's still a saying today. Say, oh, he was on a witch hunt, which means they was going deep and looking for shit that they probably couldn't find. That's what the healing coochie women was doing. Like they was known for that. You could go to them and deep in the wood. They had all type of herbal baths for you, get you right, have sex with you, heal you. And they went and found these. What y'all look up Salem witch hunt, South Carolina, Salem in the 1800s.
Hey, hold
They
on,
was
hold
Ask
on.
killing
ChatGPT then.
What is this called? Say what you say, Salem witch hunt.
Salem,
I know how
SALEM,
to spell Salem. I know how to spell
Salem,
Salem.
and then put
Salem witch hunt.
witch hunt, Salem witch hunt.
Huh.
thank you for
I'm
setting
This
it
was
up
a
for me
real thing.
because thank you for setting me
Where
up
you say this
because
was?
We gotta go deep in
In
the
North
woods and find
Carolina?
those.
South
Vita,
Carolina.
hold on.
That-
Vita,
Hold on.
Vita,
The
thank
Salem
you for
witch
setting
hunt
it up.
refers to the infamous series of trials and executions that took place in Salem, Massachusetts in
Oh, Massachusetts.
1692 to 1693. Here's an overview. The Salem witch trials occurred in a tense context of religious favor, fear of the devil, and social conflict. The Puritan community in the colonial New England was deeply concerned with sin, the supernatural, the threats from outside groups such as Native Americans and rival colonial powers. I don't see pussy here yet. Let's see. Let me read that.
They're not gonna say pussy, but you gotta read. Go in when they say AI deep dive. Go to the links of what they was talking about. The people that wrote books on them and what really fucking happened. See,
Okay.
the
Okay,
AI just
somebody
give
that
you
made
a
a
general.
porno. Somebody,
Peter, I'm
some
on.
director that made a porno called the Salem Witch, and
Yeah,
she didn't see it and
nigga.
thought it was a documentary.
Find a pure pussy bitch and put her out here.
So
Hey,
I'm.
I
Oh,
got a job for
So
you.
guess what? So guess
what?
what, Peter? That you gave an understanding. Every woman out there in YouTube land, I am out here and I'm witch hunting at the point right now. If you are out there and you are for me and you heal those in need, my number is 555. Come.
Firehouse sub.
Shout out to the gypsies.
Firehouse
Shout out to the
sub. Who
gypsies.
said that? Firehouse sub. The firehouse sub.
Or gonna bring
That's
his
funny.
sandwich. Nigga, don't play with it.
But y'all acting funny though. But really, but think about it. When you get you some good coochie, some good. It ain't got to be healing. Just some good coochie, some good love, and you know you probably the only one hitting that. A good woman that love you, care about you, make a man want to do better, want to do greater, do higher things, do like it's just natural the exchange of that. Like true femininity is so powerful.
It is.
So
Right.
don't act like y'all don't know that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, shit, we gonna cut it off right here, man. Y'all give out y'all ats, man. Let these people know where they can reach y'all, man.
All right, man. You already know it's your main man, the Red Pill Crip, the CEO of the Justice League. I got my people with me, you know what I'm saying? Red Pill Crip on all platforms. Justice League every Tuesday for sure. The other days we just kind of play it by ear. But make sure y'all come on. I've been trying to find Vita and Phoebe, but they won't give me their number. They think I'm trying to make a house call, but I'm not.
I give you my.
Uh,
I'm gonna put it in the back. I'm gonna put it in the back because I
Okay.
don't be on like Instagram like that.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't even be on my Facebook.
Hell
Let
yeah.
me
But
send it to you.
y'all more than welcome, though. But yeah, we do Justice League with all the titans of the internet, which is us. God damn it. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. And Mac Moss, always a treat when the real players meet. You dig?
you did.
Mm-hmm.
I put it back there, red pill.
All right,
Well,
bet.
I'm gonna say, hey, I'm at Big Vibe 31. I have been a guest on Red Pill Show. I'm gonna be on there tomorrow as well. Red Pill Saturday, we dropped some real big knowledge Saturday, man. You
What a
know,
God.
hey, I know it was. I know it was somebody. I don't know. I can tell by his accent he wasn't located domestically. I'm gonna say it like that. So I know it. You know, it expands around. We gonna get all our platforms up worldwide, man. Looking forward. But hey, I'm on IG at Big 531.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Who time
hey,
is it?
what you say, Phoebe?
Is it my turn?
Come here. Come here.
Phoebe, you ain't even say nothing today, really.
Y'all was talking about religion. I don't discuss religion. Then you went
Oh
to
yeah,
hell
you
and
did say
pussy.
that. You did. You
So
did say that. You did.
I was just here occupying the space on the screen. Coco Cherry 69 on Instagram. This is a really interesting night. I took notes though. I took notes.
Yes.
I had
Do
my
it, boo.
pen.
Do it.
Tight,
I was
tight.
writing.
You look cute, Femi.
Yeah,
So,
yo, it's me, NWOD. Let you know, logo. Just came here to, give show love, man. Got my shit streaming out for you because, like I said, want everybody to get as many views as possible. Make this shit build up, man. Again, I appreciate you letting me jump on, man.
For sure, man.
so double O's. What that say under your name?
A whole lot of shit.
Double OZ.
Huh?
Double
Let you know,
OZ.
logo.
Double OZ.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about what it say
NOOZ.
under that.
I got a podcast. I got a podcast called the Let You Know
Oh, I
Podcast.
can't even see that.
So
I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah,
it
let
it's
you
say.
Let
know
You Know
now.
logo.
Yeah, let you.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called.
Let You Know logo.
Let you know logo. Yeah, that's the.
Okay.
Yeah, we go on Wednesdays, so I know. I mean, they be looking for people too. Man, we gotta stick together. Goddamn it, we be
We
Yeah,
do.
putting
I
man.
shit on
When
can.
y'all
screen
do,
together.
man, just send me the links. You know I'm down, man.
Hell yeah.
Streaming be a lot. But anyway, my name is Lavita Jones. I'm a confidence coach. I help you go from basic to baddie in business and in life so that you can build unshakable confidence and strut unapologetically across the runway of life. Just want to let everybody know you are him and you are her.
Type
Amazing,
shit.
man. You already know it's your boy Mac Mall. Tune in. Make sure y'all sub, like. Appreciate it. Everybody on the panel. You know it's always a treat when real players meet. Make sure y'all sub, man, because it don't cost you nothing to push your button. Till next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, my guys.
Yeah.